Good morning. How are you? Well, I'm hoping you're doing well, and I hope I can make your morning even brighter. We've got a really fun show planned for you today with all sorts of new, elegant, but the key word is easy ideas. Because if you know me, I know I'm all about easy and doing easy things that really bring a wow factor to your family, to your friends, to your parties. Because if it's too hard, it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. So today's show is all about making you look like a rock star. We all love those rock star moments, but don't worry. It's not all that hard to do. From the recipes that we're going to do, I think you're absolutely going to love them. We're doing these truffle chocolate cupcakes that are so easy. They look so great. They're going to taste wonderful. Then we've got these no-bake raspberry cakes. Yes, I said no-bake. Wait till you see what we're going to use to put these gorgeous things together. You have to stick around. But we're going to start with a really elegant, but again, very, very easy recipe. This is perfect for a dinner party, or just even if you want a date night, it'd be great for that. But even if you want to really impress your family. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, and we're going to get to work. Ooh, that coffee tastes good today. Okay, this is an elegant chicken Dijon dinner that we're going to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our chicken going. And I'm starting out with a couple tablespoons of butter into a big skillet. And I've got 3 to 4, just depends how big those chicken breasts are, of boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've just cut up into 1 to 2 inch pieces. We're going to get those chicken breasts cooking, and we're going to make a wonderful, creamy Dijon sauce that, let me tell you, you'd pay big bucks for something like this out at a fancy restaurant, but you can do it at home. This is the easy way to do it. It's just delicious. I want to season up my chicken with a little bit of salt and pepper, and just let it hang out in this pan until it's just browned on both sides. And because we've diced up our chicken, this is actually a pretty quick cook. So that's a nice tip. If you're really in a hurry and you need to get things going, you know, instead of cooking your chicken breasts whole, dice them up. They'll cook a lot quicker. And this is also a great way to, you know, stretch your dollar. We're going to do this chicken in a wonderful sauce. So this is going to serve 4 to 6 people. Just want to get a little color on that chicken. That's what we're looking for. Flip it over. And we're doing it in butter. You could certainly do it in olive oil because it just gives it so much nice flavor. All right, just want to brown it up on both sides. So give it a quick flip. And we'll get back to you, chicken, in just a minute. Now, I want to talk about something that I do use a lot of that really makes a lot of my recipes look super elegant and out of this world, real fancy, but so easy. I usually keep in my freezer a box of puff pastry shells. These will totally make anybody look like a rock star. Here's what they are. There are 6 shells in each box, and I do a zillion different things with these guys. And you can take just a few out at a time if you need to. Basically, you keep them frozen until right before you're using them. You don't need to let them thaw out. So this is something, if you want to do it at the last minute, it's all good. And there are these hard little frozen pastry discs. So you just put them on a cookie sheet, get them into a preheated 400 or 425 degree oven, and they pop up, and they're the most wonderful golden pastry, and you can do a zillion different things with them. You can make desserts with them, stuff them with berries and whipped cream, and all of a sudden you've got an easy, elegant dessert. They make a great brunch. I have a recipe in my cookbook where I basically do stuffed scrambled eggs in them and put a nice sauce on the top. You can do eggs Benedict with them instead of English muffins and just kind of dress it up a little bit. Or I do, let's see, Salads go great in here, like a chicken salad or a seafood salad for a ladies' luncheon. I'm going to do this chicken Dijon over the top of these puff pastries, and wait till I show them. We've got them in the oven right now, and I'll show you how elegant they are and really easy, easy, easy. Doesn't get much easier than that. You just open up a box. All right, my chicken is getting there. And you see all these nice brown bits in the bottom of the pan? That is all good. That is flavor. We like flavor. I've got some mushrooms. Now, it's a chicken Dijon, which is a wonderful, we're going to make a sauce with some heavy cream and a few other ingredients. We're also going to saute some mushrooms. Now, there are so many great mushrooms out there that you can get right at the grocery store. Some portobello mushrooms, some baby mellow mushrooms. You know, feel free to use different mushrooms. We're just going to go ahead and cheat and use the pre-sliced button mushrooms that are already cleaned for us. So, you know, it's up to you the time you want to spend on this. I happen to, you know, usually I'm in a hurry, so it's worth the extra, you know, quarter or 50 cents to buy the already pre-sliced, pre-cleaned mushrooms. So I'm going to get the chicken, which is now cooked all the way through, onto a plate and out of the skillet, and we're going to saute in those mushrooms real quick. Oh, you can smell this at home. It smells amazing. It's just going to start smelling even better once we get those mushrooms going. And does it smell good, Deb?
It smells wonderful.
I know. And wait till you see how this all comes together. It's just so, so easy. All right, more butter in that skillet. Or, as I said, you could do olive oil. And I'm going to get 8 ounces, just an 8-ounce package of sliced mushrooms in here. I want to cover that chicken with a little bit of foil, or you could just put a plate on top just to keep it nice and warm. Now that we've got it out of the skillet. There we go. Perfect. So there's my chicken, just waiting to go back into the pan. Just want to check on get my mushrooms moving around. Season as you go, so a little bit of salt and pepper with these mushrooms, and we're going to start putting this sauce together. We're going to make a delicious, easy pan sauce. And the key is those drippings, those brown bits that we got from our chicken. So we're going to do a little bit of dry white wine, which is, see that white wine, what we call deglazed the pan. It took all those wonderful brown bits and that great buttery flavor from the bottom of the pan, and just we put that wine in there, and that just gets those bits up to the top to make a great sauce. I've got some Dijon mustard. It's elegant Dijon chicken, so we got to have the Dijon mustard in there. 1 can of cream of chicken soup. This is going to give us lots of sauce, but we're basically taking this canned soup, and by adding the wine and the Dijon mustard, we're making it into a fabulous sauce. It's going to go great with this chicken. All right, let me get my whisk, and I'm just going to whisk that sauce together a little bit. Also got some heavy cream. You could also use milk if you were cutting back. Got so much stuff, so many great flavors going on here with the wine and the Dijon mustard that milk would be just fine. Get that sauce going. Go. Beautiful. Now, one more ingredient we're going to add. We're going to do a little bit of dried tarragon. Dried tarragon is something that I happen to love. I don't use it a lot. I use it in a lot of my chicken salad recipes. Tarragon is an herb used a lot in French cooking, and it goes great with chicken. So I love it. A little goes a long way. We're doing about a teaspoon in here. You could start with a little and see if you like it and always add a little bit more. I know, Deb, you're a big fan of tarragon.
I love tarragon. I use it a lot.
I do too. I think it really is one of those herbs that we got in our, wedding spice starter kit, your spice rack, and you don't use it a lot. Break it out, give it a try. It really is nice with chicken, so it's great in this recipe. All right, now our chicken goes back in along with any juices that accumulated on that plate. That's all about flavor. A little more salt and pepper. And we're ready to take this to the plate. Gets a little thick on you, water, milk, a little more cream, or a little wine, just to thin that sauce out a little bit. My husband Bob would be all about this. I always say he's a chicken guy and a mushroom guy. Not that he's a chicken, he happens to love chicken and mushrooms, so he would be totally all about this. Now I want to check on those puff pastry shells. Ooh, excited about this. We're always nervous about when to put these in. We put them in at the perfect time. They take about 20 minutes. And here's what happens. As I said, they just puff right up and they're beautiful. So I like to, you can, split them in half. Depends if you're doing a luncheon or dinner. For a luncheon, I'd serve one per person. For dinner, you might want to do two. Just depends. And then you want to take some of this chicken and some of that sauce. I'm all about the sauce. Oh yeah, and you can see the tarragon in there. And then you just put the lid right back on that puff pastry. And then maybe garnish with a little bit of fresh or some dried tarragon. And there you go, it's my elegant chicken dijon. How good does that look? Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any Festival Foods. Yum-y. Easy, but very, very elegant. I promise you, you can make this. You really can.